All right, good afternoon. I'm Meteorologist Robertson. I'm going to bring you a quick update. There's not really much going on outside today. We can actually look at this picture and kind of tell you the reason why. You can see it's a little hazy out there. This camera is usually nice and clear and bright and crisp, especially during the afternoons, during our afternoons where we're seeing a lot of sunshine, but you can kind of see in the distance there. It's a little hazier than normal. We have some dust in the air, dust that made it all the way here from Africa. That's actually impacting our forecast today. It's really not doing much in the sense of bringing us really heavy, dusty air. It doesn't look quite like the Sahara here, obviously, but it is impacting our forecasts and our rain chances. So, any questions, let me know in the comment section. I'm going to get through this pretty quickly here. We have a lot of news today. If you were on Facebook just now, looking at some live videos, you may have seen the live video of that little baby dolphin being rescued. We were looking at that for like an hour here. Very tuned in. It's looking like they rescued him, so it should be good. But there's a lot of activity in the newsroom today. So our weather here is the least of our concerns, so I'll breeze through this pretty quickly. Well, once again, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you can hear me just fine as well. And we'll get started. Let's just go through with our currents here, because why not? If you don't know, it's a hot day. Temperatures low 90s around the bay, 91 for Tampa, 91 for Clearwater, 94 for Seminole. So nice and warm at the coast, low 90s, even in areas where it's usually a little cooler. Low 90s, upper 80s, 89 in St. Pete. But as you get inland, we're seeing those warmer temperatures in the mid to upper, or mid to lower to mid 90s. I don't really see any upper 90s here. Some, like in Highlands County, but mainly mid to low 90s across the area. No surprises here. We've been tracking these hot temperatures for the last few days. This week's going to be a really toasty week. Even as we get into the next few days, it's going to be very toasty and very humid. You can see that here indicated by our current dew points. Mid 70s, that is the oppressive range. It is heavy air out there. It's making those feel-like temperatures climb into the triple digits once again. Feels like 103 in Tampa, but how about Sarasota, feeling like 100 degrees, the century mark there. 101 in Bartow, 110 in Frostproof out there. So toasty, not a lot of rain, and this is one of the reasons why. We've been tracking the Saharan dust for the last few days here. It was expected to make it all the way to Florida, and it did. You can kind of see it a little bit here. If you look really closely, you can see those oranges, light, a very light, kind of translucent orange layer moving across the state. That is that drier air that made it all the way over here, about 3,000 to 4,000 miles from the Saharan desert. And that is really helping to limit those rain chances. So we're working with drier air in the mid-levels of the atmosphere. That could really pull back on the rain chances, and we're seeing that today. So no complaints here, especially if you really wanted to head out to the beach and not really deal with the showers. We did see a few this morning, and we're still seeing some on the radar right now. But it's not as heavy or intense as some of the showers that we're seeing more so north, where there's a bit more moisture. Further south, where that drier, dusty air is, we're really not seeing that much activity. Even as you get way further south, really not bad. So throughout much of central Florida, not a lot going on, and a few showers that are forming, they pop up. Because the atmosphere is so dry, they're not really going to last for very long. So you may see a little bit of rain in northeastern Hillsborough County, kind of north of Plant City along I-4 there, going all the way up to around Crystal Springs. These are all pushing to the northeast, so this is going to actually get out of our area. Socrum area, kind of northern Socrum, seeing a little bit of some downpour activity. Very small showers, small but mighty, and they're not going to last for long. Kind of to the north of Waimama, you're seeing a little bit of rain too, along 201. But we're really just searching the area for rain today, because we're really not seeing that much of it. No complaints here. So today, even into tomorrow, because we're still working with some slightly drier air in the upper levels of the atmosphere, we're going to continue to see some relatively dry days. We're not going to be completely rain-free, so if you get some rain at your home, don't say, hey, the meteorologist told us that it's not going to rain today, and it did. You were just that 30% of people who got rain. Most of us will not see any, so if you do get some rain tomorrow, even today, you will be one of the luckier ones. And here's our feature cast. This is what the radar could look like as we head into the next couple of days here. So Not terrible at all, but of course with a little less rain, that means a little more heat, so we're not going to have those cooling showers, the increased cloud cover around throughout the afternoons to really cool us down. So this is the rest of your Wednesday. You can kind of see here some showers that may form and then not last for very long. So we see a couple of heavy downpours here popping up around 5 to 6 o'clock, but they don't last any longer than 30 minutes. The coast looks to be pretty nice, so most of your evening, if you're going to be heading out to the beach, don't have to worry about rain. An isolated shower, very spotty shower is possible, but really the rain chances at the coast would be around 10%, maybe lower than that. Inland areas, especially to the east of I-75, have a better shot of getting a downpour, a small but quick one today, before we head into our late night hours and we're done. So overnight looking good, nice and quiet. The atmosphere stabilizes a little bit more. Heading into Thursday, not looking too bad. Most of your morning is nice and dry. We may see a spotty shower as we get into lunchtime. You can see around the Bay Area and around I-75. But as we get into the afternoon, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, see, that's just not a lot of rain at all. So you really won't have to dodge too many showers as you head into Thursday. This is around 7 o'clock. You can see maybe a downpour or two popping up in some of our inland spots through 8 o'clock, but this is nothing widespread at all. So this definitely reflects more of a 30% chance for rain, and that's what we have in the forecast for Thursday. Now Friday, a bit more moisture tries to return, especially in the southern part of the state here. But you can kind of see the difference. 7 o'clock in the morning, still looking pretty decent. We get back to that southeasterly flow. A slightly more typical flow for us this time of year. Earlier on this week, we had more of a southwesterly flow that brought those showers earlier on shore in the morning time and early afternoon. And we saw a little bit of that today. This Friday heading into Saturday, we're going to start to see those showers arrive a little bit later. Your mornings are going to be nice and quiet, maybe a shower or two offshore, but still mainly dry in our interior spots. And as we get into 1 to 3 o'clock, a spotty shower at the coast once again, but you can really see this line where the sea breeze eventually meets and those storms fire up around 5 to 6 o'clock, pushing towards the coast. Friday is looking definitely a little wetter than today and tomorrow, so just keep that in mind. You can see these couple heavy downpours really setting up around dinner time, even pushing into the Tampa area. So you can kind of see this line here. Pretty much most of our coast is fair game. Looks like it will start to set up in inland Sarasota, inland Manatee County, and just to the east of I-75 before the line kind of intensifies a little bit more, and those pockets of heavy rain push to the coast. There's a lot of noise in here today. As you can see Friday, keep the umbrellas close at least for your late afternoon, early evening hours if you're going to be heading out. You will not need them all night. And then Saturday, we have a very similar situation. You still see that southeasterly flow that's going to keep those showers out of the way through the morning, and then more rain pushing in here as you get into the afternoons and evenings. So, not really, nothing too out of the ordinary here. Thankfully, we have no tropical systems that's going to be impacting us. One of the reasons why we still have that dusty air in the tropical Atlantic. Storms do not like that. That inhibits tropical formation. So really not seeing much in the sense of heavy, widespread tropical rain, but we're still going to get those tropical downpours in here, especially as we get closer to the weekend here. So you can see how this drier air kind of sets up. This moves in just a slot of it at least, and this, you kind of see this here from our atmospheric moisture map, just how much moisture is in the atmosphere. When we see these deeper greens, that tends to indicate, you know, a little more humidity that we're working with, just more moisture in the atmosphere. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to rain in all of those areas. It just means that there is more of the source for those downpours present in the atmosphere. You need the moisture, you need the instability, and you need the lifting mechanism or the forcing. We usually get that with our sea breezes this time of year. When we have a lot of this moisture, you can really just kind of see the uptick in rain chances, and that deeper moisture does move in here by Friday. So I will expect some heavier downpours by then. It's not going to be an all-day situation, but when it rains, it will probably pour. Just keep that in mind. Saturday, very similar situation, especially as we get into the afternoon. Even on Sunday, maybe a little drier air tries to make its way in here, but we still kind of stay in a similar situation with those showers popping up and developing in the afternoons and evenings, pushing towards the coast. So your 7-day forecast, let's go to the PM one. taking a little while to get there. Well, let's do. Let's get down to the PM forecast here. If it loads. It's been taking a while to load. All right, here's your 7-day forecast. Hot these next few days, hot and steamy. Even though we're not going to see as much rain as we get into Thursday, we will continue to see very humid conditions throughout most of your mornings and afternoons. It's going to wake up, it's going to feel incredibly sticky, heavy air. But it's that time of year. So, not really seeing much of a difference there. Heading into the weekend, the rain chances go up a little bit more, even into next week. Expect scattered showers. Pretty much every single day is rainy season. At this point of the year, I really sound like a broken record because not much changes. But it's really fun to get a kind of timing change. When we get a flow change in here, that more westerly, southwesterly flow, we can say, oh my gosh, showers are occurring earlier. What a difference. But really not much is changing. It's going to rain every single day as we head into next week, with temperatures once again not really changing. Mid-90s, especially these showers arriving a little later throughout the day as we head into the late afternoon, early evening. Of course, that will allow for temperatures to soar because we're not really going to see much rain to cool us down in the morning. So really hot temperatures feel like temperatures in the triple digits, 105 in some spots, even getting a little higher than that. And then potentially a cooling shower as we get into our evening hours. Okay, that's it from me. I'm going to wrap it up here. I will see you all tomorrow, same time, same place. I'm trying to scroll back to the beach cam here. Oh no, I'll do a live look around town because that's more fun. We love diversity. All right, I'm going to leave it on this. You all have a great Wednesday. I think I might have said happy Thursday on here earlier. Don't really know what day it is at this point. Look at that haze in the distance. Yeah, it's from Africa. How about that? All right, that's it from me. Have a good one. Enjoy your Wednesday night. I will see you all soon. Bye.